Hey, what is up guys, it's Danny Boy here and welcome to Star Wars Battlefront. I know I was going to do this a while back, but I decided to wait a bit, wait for the... Luke, I found your lightsaber. Luke? Luke? Is Luke in there with you guys? Hello? It just seems to be floating anyway. It's fine. We'll just leave it. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I was going to do this ages ago, but I found a lot of problems with the game. It was very buggy. Now, these were small. Most of you probably didn't even notice it. And I have OCD, so I notice things a lot, especially in games. And it adds up, you know. So I wanted to wait for them to release a first patch update, which they did the other day. Unfortunately, my internet went down and I wasn't feeling very well, so the whole day was shite for me, so I couldn't record. Right, so I wanted to wait until they did the update, which they have done, so we're going to check out what they fixed. I don't think it's a lot, though, because it is a small update. They also haven't released a lot for the game because there are spoilers for the next film. So there will be an update DLC kind of thing on after December 18th. Rumoured December 20th, 21st is meant to be the official release of it, but they might release it on the same day as the movie, not sure. But they might leave it a couple of days just to give people a chance to see it, and then, you know, it does its thing. This is a shooter game for all aspects. It's first person and third person, and with the third person aspect, you can choose if you want to be over the left shoulder or the right shoulder, depending on your playstyle. I know PC gamers sometimes like to go over the left shoulder rather than the generic right shoulder third person angle. But most console players will go over the right shoulder. But this is all for ground based. If you're in a flight mode, if you're in a ship, it is in cockpit or third person, and it's just standard from the rear of the ship, nothing more. So we're going to get right into this, and we're going to start some multiplayer. So I'm going to... I do like the detail here. The lightsaber handle you see there is actually one of, I think, 4 or 5 different things that pop up in the menu. At the start, where Luke's saber's floating around, you can also have an AT-AT walking past with a little mini droid that, you remember the little mini black droid that Chewbacca scares in the Death Star? He roars at it. That goes by, and then you see an AT-AT walk past. You just see the feet and the shadow of the head, showing the scale of it. You also see a couple of TIE fighters going around, and another one is R2-D2 and C-3PO having one of their comical generic arguments, which I think is just fantastic to have that kind of aspect in the game. Brings it back to the old trilogy, but there's all different ones. Like when you load up, there could be a stormtrooper's helmet there, the old style from the original trilogy, and you could see a TIE fighter or an AT-ST. So the menus constantly change. There are only a few, but they do change and repeat, so it's not generically the same thing. And the detail on it is fantastic. I mean, if you look at the handle of Luke's lightsaber, I don't know why I'm pointing to the screen because you can't see what I'm pointing at. But if you see the bottom of the handle, there's a lot of wear and tear over the handle, over the black especially. I think most probably that's because the hand that holds that bit, if you hold a saber, I think Mark Hamill's right-handed. So in the Star Wars thing, if you want to get into detail, Luke, your saber's floating again. You want to get it? No? Alright, fine. Hey, Luke, are you right-handed? Yeah? No? I don't know. No, you don't want to answer. So there's a lot of wear and tear, but it is from one of the scenes in Return of the Jedi. You see him look at his hand as do I become Vader or something, and he throws the saber. But he does actually use the saber with both hands, a generic sort of grip. but being that his hand's robotic on his right hand might be wear and tear, because I'm guessing robot, he's probably a lot more strength, so it grinds against the lightsaber, taking off the outer peel or whatever. I don't know, I'm going into a proper nerd. There was a debate about it. I was just trying to find generic facts about the game, and there was a forum that had this and came into so much detail, and I was like, it's just a game. It's based on a movie, and the movie series is fantastic, but it's a bit... You don't need to go into that much detail, but whatever. You super fans are out there, and I don't mind super fans because I love everything Marvel, so, you know, I get it, I get it. So we're going to go and get straight into some gameplay, and first of all we're going to go Walker Assault. So the Walker Assault in the beta was heavily in favour of the Empire. However, why can't I move? Oh, right. Right, so they were heavily in favour of the Empire because these were like so hard to destroy, but now they've kind of fixed it. The Rebellion can... Any of their weapons now affect the AT-ATs, but only when the Y-Wings are in play. So... Oh, excuse me. So that's good. One thing I have noticed about the game that I really don't like is the terrain. It's heavily trollable. So like you'll run into the tiniest little rock, and usually a character would run over it, but they kind of they just sort of stop dead in their tracks. Oh, R2 went off on my phone. I've got an R2 text alert. I think it's so cool. Yes, I killed a robot. Or droid. It's known as a droid. I don't care about them. Oh no! He was way up top. Okay, so the terrain isn't really doing it now, which I think they've fixed. I think they fixed it quite a lot. So let's go into a... I can't stay in the lava too much because you do burn. But right, see that there, that little jolt. No, it might have been lag. You gotta be sure not to confuse it with lag, because it does happen. Being an online server, whoever's the host may have a few problems. I'm gonna get that. I'm not really playing for the win here. This is sort of just a test to see the new features, see if they fixed any small problems with the game.
Targeted by an enemy bomber.
No! Tits. I like how they've got a more customizable loadout, like Call of Duty, Battlefront, Battlefield, sorry. It's nice to have your own touch to things, rather than the very old PS2 Battlefront, which didn't really give you much. Oh look, you found your saber! I'm running though.
What's your status? Requesting air support.
Oh. Oh! Boom, boom! Shake, shake the room! Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so I'm not really going to go into fighter detail right now. We'll do that in a bit. I'll edit this down, but this is going to be a long vid. I'll try and edit it down. But yeah. Oh! You jammy little bastard! Right. Blaster. On that one. On that one. You got it, boss. Yay! Wait, look, can I have your saber now? No? Fine. Oh. Oh, I'm burning. Die! Oh, it's heavily sensitive on that analog stick. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I wish you could go prone. I wish there was... Stupid cable! I wish there was a prone bit you could go and lay properly down. That would be really good. Because it just helps so much. And the range on these weapons are insane. Look, this is just a normal assault rifle, and I'm getting kills, or hits, I should say. The weapons do go down in damage the further you fire them, and your accuracy is sort of lower, but you could have the worst ranging weapon and it would still go halfway across the map, you know? Not exactly... It's something they do need to fix. However, that would bring a lot of weapons out of the game. But then again, it would bring other weapons into the game. So there's a balance they need to find there. Oh! Where are you? Oh, I love that. No. Yeah, okay. Just hide under here. I like the spawn locations. A lot of shooting games, Call of Duty, Battlefield, the old Battlefront. If you played online, Warframe. If you versed each other, like the spawn points were not very good at first. They had to fix it multiple times, but this is generically very good.
Be on the lookout for the smuggler Han Solo.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Well, you're not dead. Shut up moaning. I pressed triangle there, but obviously the guy died. I'm not very good at this anyway, I'll be honest. How have I got 6 kills? I swear I didn't get that many. No! You bumholes! Uh-oh. Right, I've noticed they have fixed a lot of it, because usually you can't even get up that. You can't even hit the ledge, but you're sliding down, so it's... Yes! And the accuracy's been fixed for these. Whoa! I heard a woman's voice. Uh-oh. No, Stormy Man. No, Trooper. Oh, what happened to me? I wish they had a kill cam. I would have loved to have seen that. I went sky high. Hey, can I hitch a ride? No. Fine. Hey, stop kicking me. Ah. Well, he lasted long. Wait, can I get in you? Yes, I can!
The rebels will now feel the wrath of Lord Vader.
I never really touched these. I never thought they'd be any good. And I was right. Stupid overheat. Okay, well, that's boring. Alright, keep your pants on, bloody hell. Graphically, I've got to say the planets look fantastic. I can't fault graphically what they're like. They are just amazing. Honestly, I could go into this game and just never get tired of it graphically. But I don't think they could ever enhance it more than it is. I don't like what they've done with Vader. They've used the wrong Vader. They used Vader from Oh, what they've used so many different Vaders. It is unreal. I think it's Vader from the Star Wars Rebels TV series. They've used that Vader. But here it doesn't even sound like even that Vader. I think it's the same actor, but they've just used a different... I don't know, he just does not sound like Vader. He sounds wrong. I don't like it. And Leia is just saying random words and phrases from the original movies. They've just taken snip bits and put them in as her phrases, which I think is kind of a cheat. But I'm guessing that's just me being very, very picky. Oh, behind the rock, you dingbat! See, that weapon he used there is like one of the lowest range weapons there, but he shot me across a lava field. If that was Call of Duty, that bullet would drop, I don't know, 3 feet in front of him. Uh-oh. I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die. Woo! Cheers, dude. So it took the rocket for me. Love him for that. Let's throw that and see where it goes. Didn't do a thing. Oh, what? Oh wait, did I get that kill? I think I got that kill. What? Okay. Oh, okay. Right, so the walker does, like, form something that gets in the way. You can't really get round it, it's just a dead block. You can't... Oh, you can get in it, okay. Use it as a... Oh, you can use it as good cover. Brilliant. That's... Whoa! You kamikaze! Some pilots, you know? Where'd they get their license? Oh, if I pick up that, does that mean I get to be another... Oh, I think someone got it. Oh, no! I just got my butt blown out of my head.
A rebel Y-wing is lost onto our AT-AT.
Well, that's not good. Oh. Yeah, you can do that. You can just get into a fighter and bomb the shit out of people. That is a doable thing. I can't wait for... I think there's space battles in the... coming up in the DLC. And what's meant to happen is you're meant to be able to do a planetary battle where you can be in a ship and like fight around on the planet and then fly out of the atmosphere to space, which I think is fantastic. I'm just gonna... Oh, I had a rocket thrown in my face. Oh, you can't even jump on that? You take no falling damage of this, which is like very unrealistic, but it's Star Wars, they're allowed to do that. You see stormtroopers dying from blaster fire and lightsaber strikes, but you never see them dying from falling of height, do you? Unless there was an explosion that caused them to fall in the first place, and they die of the bomb. But yeah, you get my point. Oh, what's this? What do I get? What do I get? Okay, so I've got a droid out. What does that do? I don't even kill him. What? I swear in Empire they had like pew pew guns. Why am I weakening that? I want to take it. Oh, I didn't weaken it by much. Uh-oh, I'm out. Uh-oh. We'll just stay here. Vader, protect me! Oi, you fucking asthmatic! Get back here! I never quite got what made Vader so powerful in the way of lightsaber abilities. I mean, as Anakin, he was unbelievable, but then he loses his limbs, gets them mechanicalized. He learns more of the Force, so he's a lot stronger in the Force. But Saber, he's a lot slower. But his lungs are still the same, and they need machines to operate. He's a paraplegic asthmatic who's apparently the greatest warrior that has ever lived, and we're dead. Star Wars logic! But I didn't do as badly as I thought, actually. It's a bit more comfortably. I didn't do as badly as I thought. Didn't do good at all, but I didn't do bad. Yeah. God, I'm tired already. That's not good. Okay, so that was Walker Assault, and we've had... Oh, hello, R2. We've had a few changes in the overall gameplay. First of all, the terrain is not so much blocky, as it doesn't block you when you're running. A lot of the times you had to constantly spam jump to jump over every little rock, especially on that planet, which is the worst. So you pick up... They've obviously picked up that it's a pain in the arse and fixed it. Another thing is the Empire is a lot more weaker. The AT-AT is a lot more vulnerable in Walker Assault, so the Rebels can fight back, can win, as it was seen there. There is no falling damage, which I think is a bit iffy when you're falling from such a height. But then again, Star Wars logic, no one fell from heights and died. They were just either blast or exploded off of something or slash with a lightsaber. So, yeah, whatever. So we're going to go into Fighter Squadron because that's what I said I was going to do. We're going to look at... I know I was in a fighter for like 2.5 seconds, but we're going to look at it. Now, first of all, what you saw was me using the AI, which is holding L2. It locks onto the target. You can fire without it, and it does come up as normal kills, not AI kills, but it is so hard. Most people get lucky and spray fire like mad. If you're good at it, then you're good at it. If you're not, then you have to use the AI. You can eventually get used to it, but it's not like getting used to a map in Call of Duty. The whole play style is completely different because you have no idea what the other person's going to do or where they're going to go. Because there's no hiding spots, there's no objectives, there's no targets. It's just you're in the air. There's nothing. Another thing is these fighters have different abilities, but at the same time, they don't. If that makes that... Right, I'll explain. If you can see where my L1 tab is on the screen in the bottom right hand corner, and if you don't know your left from your right, you're completely screwed at this point. Whoa! It's a boost. But I'm going to show you this boost, and the original TIE Fighter has it as well.
Hostiles inbound. Show them the power of the Empire.
Now, it sounds really fast. It sounds really fast. And it feels it, because the controller vibrates like a dildo. It vibrates like a dildo, it goes nuts. The controller just goes nuts. Probably the wrong metaphor, but you get the gist of it, you get the idea. But it's not that fast at all, because you still can get caught out by X-Wing and A-Wing like missiles. You can still get shot by them. It doesn't help in the slightest. It's a useless feature. It may be useful to get you back into the fight a little bit. It's like going from 70 to 80 miles per hour. It isn't much of a difference.
Take out that rebel transport immediately.
As for the X-Wings and A-Wings, now they have shield boosters. You may notice a few X-Wings and A-Wings glowing blue a little bit. That's because they've activated their shield booster.
Homing missile headed your way.
Whoa! Okay.
Watch your back.
Oh, I thought I was going to kamikaze him. Okay, so the X-Wings and A-Wings have shield boosters, and the TIE fighters have speed boosters. Now, the shield boosters are actually okay, but they're not that strong. They give you like a couple of blaster hits more just to get to a health thing at the bottom of the map. That is it. That's all. But it's at least usable. With the TIE fighters, there's no point in having an L1 speed booster if the X-Wings and A-Wings can still target you from range and blow you up before you get anywhere. On another note, weapons-wise, the X-Wings and A-Wings have the same weapons, and the TIE fighters and TIE interceptors have the same weapons. Only two fighter classes, and they do for each side, and they do the exact same thing. I think that's kind of pointless. I think they should have it so each fighter does its own different thing, like in if you remember the Rogue Squadron games, each fighter had its own thing. The X-Wing and the B-Wing were kind of generically the same. The B-Wing just had more, I think it was more secondary firepower. It wasn't as fast as an X-Wing, but it was quite more of an open target, so you were taking more of a hit every time. The A-Wings were very fast, and the Y-Wings had ion cannons, and you had to use the Y-Wing for certain missions. You could also use it on shield generators against the Star Destroyers, and they would be great. They would be very helpful against you. For you, sorry. Not against you.
They're trying to lock onto you.
It would be nice if they created a bit of difference between the fighters. I know they're holding back stuff, like I said at the beginning of the vid, to make it a bit more of a secret of what they're going to reveal after the movie's released. But it would be good if they had, I don't know, like, there have been rumours that the TIE fighters are going to change from blue to black, like they are in the new film, and the X-Wings as well. There's also rumours that they're going to introduce the Y-Wing, and that's as a playable fighter, but as a villain fighter, apparently rumours are, these are all speculation and rumours, but rumours are that Vader's TIE can be used as well, and apparently that's got a little bit more firepower. Apparently. But we'll have to see, because it is a generic TIE fighter, it's just Vader's a better pilot. So there's not much difference between them. Vader could go into any fighter and be owning it. See, that's where the speed boost is helpful if you're trying to get to a target, but again, it doesn't help you health-wise, so you're gonna, and you are within range, so you are gonna die. Weapons are exactly the same, there's no difference between the classes. Speed boost is exactly the same, shields exactly the same. The only difference is the craft itself. X-Wings are a lot more of a bigger target, so the A-Wings are slightly harder to hit, but if you've got a lock on them, then it doesn't matter. TIE fighters, if you attack them from the side, they have the big, I think they're just really odd-shaped wings, let's face it. But they are very odd-shaped, but they are very big, and you can hit them even without the AI. As a TIE interceptor, the wings are more streamlined, they're shaped a bit better for flight, and you are harder to hit in general. But let's just go into this game. It takes a few seconds, and we're just going to see what... You're going to see what the X-Wings and A-Wings are like. And I'm sorry if you know this already, but this is for the people who don't know. I know a lot of people keep asking me about it. They're not sure about it. They don't know. And I work in a game shop, so I get a lot of people asking what it's like. So we're going to just have a look at this, and you'll see the Rebel side of things. As I said, they are holding stuff back from the game because of the movie coming out December 18th. So there are two playable classes, and if we go X-Wing, The wings do fold out automatically. You don't have to press anything.
They're gonna go after our transport ships. Do whatever you have to, but those ships have to get off world.
There's no speed boost. As I said, it's a shield now. If you see the L1 target. Boom!
Enemy fighter behind you. Shake him off.
Okay, there was a TIE fighter there that looked different. Did you see it? It looked different. Kamikaze! Boom! Right, X-Wing again. Okay, I need to find a health thingy quick, otherwise I am not going to last. Right, there's one here. Oh, missed it! You bumhole! I wish they'd have like a theme music going on it. It seems a bit odd. Right. Boba Fett!
Our transport ship is away.
Boba Fett! Boba Fett!
Hostile ships from targeting it.
So Boba Fett and the Millennium Falcon are the only real ships you can use. Oh, piss off, Boba. Whoa! Where's Boba? There he is. Whoa! Okay, I'm dead again. So let's try the A-wing now. See, it's a lot more of it's a lot smaller than the X-wing. Wait, where'd that TIE interceptor go? Ah, there he is. Yeah, boom, boom. Uh-oh. Boom. I didn't kill it, but boom. It seems a bit boring, this flight mode, if I'm honest. They did add shuttles and stuff to give the game mode a bit of an objective, but it's still a bit boring. You can't really do much with it. Oh, good thing I played that shield right.
They're hitting us hard. Stay in the fight. Take that missile. Scratch one Imperial fighter. Someone's on your tail.
Whoa! Oh!
You got one.
Kamikaze me! Okay, so we're going to go A-Wing again. We seem to last longer in the A-Wing, but you can see what I mean. After a game, you kind of get bored, and I wish EA would have at least changed the weapons, made them more of like you're choosing your classes, kind of like how you choose your different robots in Titanfall. I know it's an Xbox game and we're PlayStation, but that's probably the best way to describe it. Okay, we've got to win this. I've got to pick up health though. I am screwed. I wish I had the speed boost now. Like, you can pick up the heroes and villains sort of signia thing. If you find it, it's very rare to find. I've never found it. So many people just find it before me. Whoa, okay. Yes, and we won! Okay. So, that's the sort of fighter squadron mode. It's okay for what it is, but it needs more. It needs more. But I can't really... It didn't have many faults to begin with, but that was just it. But I think after they release the update and after the movie comes out and they release more stuff, there'll be more to it. But we'll just have to wait and see. But at the moment, that's a first look. The other game modes have their objectives and playthroughs, but generically over the game itself, that's the only faults I've got for it. If you've got any more, leave them in the comment box below, and I'll have a look at them, and we'll just see how EA can fix the game, make it just that little bit better for the Uber fans and people like me with OCD. So, as always, please leave this video a like, because all your support means everything to me. Also, subscribe. Follow me in the links in the description box, Twitter and Twitch. And I will see you in the next one, guys, which might be... It's one of FIFA, Last of Us, or... Infamous? Might be Infamous. I don't know. We'll have a look. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!